Oh dear, there's more Medrunners drama. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It seems we're starting off the week with some good, delicious. Well, actually, it's not good. This is actually pretty important. This is not good for the Star Citizen community, and I want to reach out, if I can, to the Medrunner guys. First of all, let me just give you the information here. Grizzy Khaleesi, a YouTuber, put out a video, and his video had a rather inflammatory title, and the title was Medrunners Suck, War Against Mad Medics in Star Citizen, and the video got a copyright strike, which is pretty serious. Because it used the Medrunner logo. So a couple of things. First of all, I don't have all the information on this. The first thing is, was this actually the Medrunners who did this? Did the Medrunners go, we don't like your video, you're using our logo, we are copyright striking you? Or was this someone pretending to be Medrunners and did it to make them look bad? I don't have all the facts on this, but when I do, I'll update the information that I do have. So why is this bad? So first of all, Grizzy Khaleesi, whose name always makes me chuckle whenever I see it. And lovely, small YouTuber, and if you watch his content, it seems like a perfectly lovely fellow. I don't think Grizzy Khaleesi has anything like a bad bone where he really, really hates Medrunners. He wanted to make a video that is inflammatory, and I mentioned this in the last time I talked about Medrunners in this video over here. If you knew the drama, let me just fill you in very, very quickly. Medrunners is an org which sprung to popularity very quickly. They made some beautiful website and beautiful media and got pretty big. But then some people got very angry or upset the way things are run in that organization. Claim that they're being toxic, they're being unreasonable, they don't like the leadership, and that's fine. My video here, I basically said, give them room. Let them figure it out. When you start an org, when you start a guild in Star Citizen, Xylo doesn't come up to you with a pamphlet or a booklet and say, here are the best practices. Do this. I had no intention of starting the largest org in Star Citizen. It happened, and I've made plenty of wrong turns. It's a learning process. It really is. And so my video here was saying, listen, if you don't like Medrunners, if they are toxic and you don't like what's happening there, move to another org and let them figure it out. They will sort out their issues, as most leaders usually do. Obviously, not everyone agrees with me because obviously I have to be paid. Dog, I hope you don't mind me using you, but I want to make a point here. Every time you will have an opinion or an idea, there'll be someone who is contrary to you. And the bigger you get, the more of it you get. So if you like dogs, there'll be a counterculture to it. There'll be a counterculture saying, why do you hate cats? I like cats. Your opinions are stupid. So if I'm saying, hey, give him a shot, someone goes, well, it's impossible. You must be paid for saying that. That is just how it is. It is normal. So I know it is difficult when you see this kind of thing. If you are Medrunners and you spent a lot of time building the brand, building this org, only see someone come along and say, you suck, Medrunners, you're the worst. I'm going to make a whole video about this. It stings. It really does. But look, it is not my place to request this at all. But I think we do need to set a precedent of how we deal with these issues in the Star Citizen community. And, it does help when you humanize the situation and the person on the other end actually speaks to you. So Medrunners, if this was you, if you did issue the copyright strike, reach out to Grizzy Khaleesi. Go for a video call in Discord. If you want, I can mediate a thing. We can have the three of us on there and sort this out, because I would hate to see this become common practice in Star Citizen. Can you imagine every single time someone said something bad about another org or attacked them? Boy, have I ever had those. We did this. It's going a step too far, and you don't want to damage the person's YouTube channel if possible. So if I may make this request, and if you guys have not spoken to each other yet, I would love to mediate this and be in the middle of this, because I would hate for this to be the norm in Star Citizen. We have so much more in common than we think. And for a game in development this long, we need to lift each other up and not knock each other down like this. I can give you a wonderful anecdote of a story. And you know what? Story time. Sit down, guys. Story time. Here's the truth about something. The bigger you get, the more people want to knock you down. It's just how it is. And I experienced for a long, long time, there was one griefer who would constantly chased me down. And I don't know if this tool is still available, but there was a way to track people down in Star Citizen. And whenever I'd be in the game, this guy would show up and he'd shoot me and blow me up in PvP. Even though I had no intention of doing PvP that day, he would come and just find me and do it anyway. Then there was CitizenCon, and I think it was 2016. And this is important because it humanizes the situation. I think it was a 2016 or was it 2018? I can't remember. And I'm greeting people, I'm shaking hands, I'm meeting people, and this guy standing is coming towards me. I've never seen him in my life before. He's about 5'8", 5'9", long greasy hair, greasy face, 140, 150 pounds wet. And he goes, "Hi, my name's so-so," and he shakes my hand and go, "Oh, nice to meet you." And then the name clicked. And the name he gave me was the guy that's been griefing me. And he's shaking my hand saying, "You know, I just wanted to meet you and say hello. This is what I've been doing." And I go, "You," I said to him, "you're the griefer." And he's like, "Yeah, and he didn't apologize or anything, but it was just cool to meet him. And he was meeting me, and it put a face to the name and it humanized the situation. And we chatted for a bit and went on our separate ways, and that was it. But it brought another dimension to it, that he was not just some faceless person flying around doing stuff. He was just trying to have fun, and he didn't realize it was bugging me as much as it did. And me seeing him and shaking his hand and meeting him humanized it a lot. And we realized that we're just playing the game, even though his version of playing the game wasn't meshing with mine. But still, you know what? We shook hands and everything was cool off that. And I haven't actually seen him in many years, but it was an important point. And the point is that there are people behind this. Grizzy Khaleesi is not a horrible person. If you watch his content, he seems perfectly lovely. The Medrunner guys, I haven't spoken to you, but I guarantee they must be perfectly nice. They might not be, but they may be. And it just takes the extra step of just trying to humanize the situation, meet each other, talk to each other. I've been on the other side of this. I've been the one putting out attack videos. And I had an org leader reach out to me and goes, "Hey, Montoya, this is bothering me. Like, it's kind of keeping me up at night." And I said, "You know what? That was not the intention. I'm not trying to make you lose sleep. I'm not trying to bug you with it. It's supposed to be lighthearted, supposed to be funny. But if you're not finding it that way, then I'm not going to do them anymore." And that's what I did. I'm not saying everyone follow my examples, but it's just an example of what I did. And I can only suggest that you guys, if you can, sort it out, because I would hate for this to be the norm in Star Citizen. There's a lot more I can talk about this issue, and you know what? And there's always going to be culture and anti-culture. If you make Medrunners, there's going to be someone against you. It's just where it is. And I've spoken about this in the past, and I'll mention it once again, and this is a wonderful example. When I went to CitizenCon 2018, so Test Squadron is a casual org. Come, don't come. Play, don't play. I don't care. We have a long way to go in this game. I'm not forcing you to be a part of anything. Come and go as you please. We are very casual as an organization. There is an organization which is very opposite, and we used to kind of have jabs at each other along in the past, and that is Atlas, ADI, right? And you see the guy from Atlas right here. I forgot your name. Sorry, sir. But I want to make a point here. As much as we jabbed each other's organizations and took shots at each other, when we went to CitizenCon, and this is the nicest thing ever, see this backdrop over here? It was kind of translucent. And because we were standing by a window, there was a lot of light coming through, and it just looked bad. But there was one guy with Atlas, and their booth was right over there. Shep was his name. And he goes, "Hey, I've got these black bags, these black garbage bags. We can line the back of your backdrop, and it'll look 1,000 times better." And I said, "Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much." He wanted to help to make something better for us. And you know what? It just goes to show that as much as you may take jabs, as much as Grizzy Khaleesi may make a video saying you suck, the bottom line is there's people behind this. And more often than not, they are just very, very nice people that it just takes a bit of the human touch. It just takes a video call, to put a lot of differences aside. And I've always appreciated what Atlas did there. It didn't need to. And I hope that same kind of interaction carries forward, because as a community in Star Citizen, we have a long way to go. We've been here for 10 years. There might be another 10. And we will go far by lifting each other up rather than this kind of takedowns. And it's just better off for everyone, and I think it's better off for the community. So I know this has been kind of long-winded. I have a lot more to say on this topic, but guys, if you can, try sort this out, because I'd hate to see this be the norm. With that, ladies and gents, let's wrap it up. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comments below, you meatbags. I'll catch you in the next one.